Hey guys, welcome to the channel IF 4.0. This is Ajay.
So the next fixed resource we are going to see is the separator. I've already created a previous model. So this is the previous model we have seen for combiner while understanding combiner properties. I have kept this same model because for separator we will require this model. So I will drag the separator model from the fixed resource library. So we are having the separator on the model background. So you can see this separator view. So the separator is basically a object which is used to separate the entities. In the combiner we have seen it is going to combine. So what if we want to depalletize the palletized thing? So we are going to use the separator there. So first we have palletized the objects. Now when the pallet goes onto the line, and now what we need to do is we need to depalletize it. So so the separator is a useful object in that case, which will separate the parts from the pallet which has been packed, joined or batched. So you can see this is the unique properties for the separator itself. We are having a separator mode and we are having the quantities here. So in the separator mode we are having unpack and split, and in the quantities we are having the how unpacking should be there. It should be for entire contents, or by expression, value by case. We can apply different conditions here for quantity, and for splitting you can apply the quantity here. So we'll see unpacking first. So what we'll do is we will have a palette here. We'll connect that palette to the separator. For separator we are going to have two outputs because we are going to separate. In the palette we are going to have two entities. One was the box and another is the palette. So we are going to have 10 boxes per pallet. So we need to have two outputs for the separator, which is one will be our box out and another would be our pallet out. So I will rename this also. It would be pallet out. So on the separator, if you go on the output, if we go on the output thing, so you can see here send to port, we have a default separator options. We have multiple operations here to be done. So first available expression and all, but we will be using the most used method. So this is default separation. So when you click on this edit parameter for this option on the output thing, you will get that the port 1 will be used for the container, that may be pallet, tote, and the port 2 will be used for the boxes or the item which is composed inside the container. So container will be disposed on the port 1, output port 1, and output port 2 we will have the contents. So separator we have created two ports. Now we will check what are the ports going on. So output ports, second is pallet and first is box. We have seen that the second is going to be the boxes. So we are going to push the pallet at the first thing, and the second will be our box out. So now we will have boxes on the box out and we will have pallet on the pallet out. So we have also seen this output properties which is different for separator, that is default separator option, and we have seen that the port 1 will be for container, port 2 will be for contents. So now we are going to run the model. So what we have done is we have used separator mode as unpack, and the quantities is the entire content. So whatever the content is there, it is going to be getting separated. So we'll click here. We'll also see the statistics accordingly for the separator. Once the palette is done, it is here. So I'll stop this. So you can see for the processing tab is also available for the separator. So we can also put the setup time for the separator and the process time for the separator. We have put 10 seconds process time and 0 setup time as off. We have checked this animate items. That's the reason this palette is moving on the separator. And the content, maximum content we cannot select for the separator. For the combiner also we cannot select the maximum content. It is only for the processors. Now what is going to happen is we are going to see how this is going to happen. So I will run this model slowly, and you can see the box is going on the box out and the palette coming with the palette out. So this is the use of the separator. So you are having the boxes coming out on the another line and the pallet coming on the another line, and you have two different entities separated using separator. So you can see how effectively it is working. So this is how the line goes on. We are having boxes and pallets been palletized, then they are again been separated. So in the same line, we will do the another operation of splitting. So what we will do is we will connect a separator here, which is named as separator 2, and we will have another queue created here. And what we will do is, for this separator, we are going to use this split operation, and what we are going to do is put 10 here. So, and the output is only for one queue. For unpacking, we require two output ports, but for splitting, we require one output port. So I will reset and run. So splitting is, it will make a single box into 10 boxes. So you can see this is the single box going out. So we have one box in. We are using split as a mode, as a separate mode. So you can see when it is splitting, the box is splitted into 10 different boxes. So I will run this, and you can see for the separator 2 we have the split function done here. So you can see we are having input as 10 in the queue, and for the separator output we are going to have 10. So for the single box we are going to have 10 boxes out. So this is the split function which can be used on the separator. Say for example, we are having 10 balls in one box. So what we need to do is we need to create that model into the Flexsim. So what we will be doing is we will simply put the separator mode as split. We'll enter the quantity as 10. Can also change the shape of the box into the round balls or cylinders or spheres, and the item will be converted into 10 items. A single box will be will be splitted into 10 boxes or spheres balls, and it will be delivered to the respective buffer. So we have seen these two methods of the separator, which is one is unpack, where we require two output ports. We can also have three part output ports depending on the packaging. We are having another separator mode, that is split, and the splitting is used to split one entity into number of different entities. That is, we can put the quantity here and it would be split it accordingly. So this is the explanation of properties for the separator. All remaining properties are same as of they are for all other fixed resources. We are going to have the triggers, which will be some of the unique triggers we'll have for separator. Most of the triggers again will be same for the separator also, as like another fixed resources, and we will check this triggers in upcoming assignments when we are performing. So this is a complete line. We have used the combiner, we have used the separator, and the separator go aheads. So this is all about separator. In the next video we will be looking for multiprocessor. Thank you.